He looked great, and I think these are the starts he would have had anyway, right? Like Mrazek went night 2. He had to go in and play the third in Ottawa, but he was going to play Saturday, going to play Monday. He'll split this weekend with Hutchinson. But the crowd reaction to him last night, calling out his nickname, which I hope sticks and becomes a thing when they're leading or close to it and he's playing well. But was one of, if not the biggest question marks coming into the season. What will the goaltending look like, specifically Campbell, and can he carry it over? It's only been 3 starts. But he has answered every question for me so far. And, I remember saying this before opening night, that if he can establish himself as a number 1 as opposed to a part of a tandem, I think that's more beneficial for the team. I think that's a good sign. And I think he's off and running to at least give himself that chance.
He certainly is. I mean, what more could you possibly ask? I guess a couple of wins, but his numbers are spectacularly good. I don't know if liking your goalie matters, but they really seem to like this guy. Like, they really want to play for him and they want to have him be successful, and they want to get wins when he's in there. I do think the one thing, and Noodles, you would know this with goalies and their workload, I do think you would want to be cautious and monitor closely how he's feeling physically. Like, I don't think, you would look at the calendar and say, okay, they'll play those 3 or 4, split this weekend. You kind of, the obvious starters that the starter would get. Like, I would still, and if that adds up to 57, 54, whatever it is, I would still, even if he's playing well, be always checking in. Like, how is your body? We know he's had some injuries even last year throughout his career, and just not overwork him, because I imagine the cumulative wear and tear, playing more than he probably ever has in the last decade, is something you don't want to take for granted. But, man, he's been fantastic, and they need him to be, because I don't know how much they're going to play Hutchinson in behind him, and hopefully Mrazek gets healthy soon. But he's been as good as any starting goalie in the league, and that's a pretty good sign for the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Well, that's kind of the biggest challenge for me yesterday, because you're right. Campbell's had a fantastic start, but they don't have that luxury of, like, hey, we just went and spent $3.5 million on Mrazek and a 3-year deal. Like, we're going to have that tandem situation. He's not available right now. So, Hutchinson is, I think he's a really good number 3. Like, he's a guy who can come up, give you NHL minutes, but if it's a long run, then you start to take a look at that scenario. Now, you look at their schedule. They've got a back-to-back. I would start him Friday, personally. I would start
Campbell
Hutchinson
on Friday?
No, Hutchinson Friday.
Okay.
Against San Jose. San Jose's playing in Ottawa on Thursday night. So you're going to catch San Jose in a back-to-back situation, and then I would put Campbell in Saturday night against Pittsburgh. Now, that being said, Campbell might say, you know what, I want the home start. Let Hutchinson sink or swim in Pitt on a back-to-back.
Would he have the power to say that yet, though? Like, that seems like something Carey Price might be able to pull off. Jack Campbell?
I don't know.
But also, you look at it, and I know coaches will discuss this, and this is, I'm not being disrespectful to any team, but you're looking at it and going, San Jose isn't as strong as Pittsburgh, and they're in a back-to-back. Let's go with our best Friday night and then see how it unfolds on Saturday. And the backup goalie gets a tougher assignment, technically. I've been placed in that situation, too, where it's, maybe
that's what Babcock used to do all the time, remember? We'd have that chat all the time. And he was like, I'm committed to the 2 points we think we can get, grab it, and then figure out what happens afterwards.
Agreed.
I like that attitude, too. Bird in the hand, take it, and then see what happens the next night.
Then it's Campbell Friday night and it's Hutchinson Saturday by that logic.
Right.
And, and see if Hutchinson could go into Pitt. It's not a guaranteed loss or anything like that. It's just it's a tougher schedule, border crossing, back-to-back, all of that travel. Like, it'll be a tougher start for the goaltender.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would take in consideration if he's your number 1, what does he want to do? But I would be inclined, can't believe I'm saying this, but go with the Babcock theory of, like, I'll go with the better guy in the easier game and try to get the 2 points and see what happens on the next night. And we don't want to go too far down the road, and it's a great problem to have, and the Leafs have had it many times. But I just, he's a UFA after this year too, guys. Like, as much as you like Mrazek and what he can do, Cal Peterson, I don't know if that's comparable to him, like a good goalie with not a ton of experience. I don't know where he ends up. We'll get to that to do a different day, but it's always in the back of the Maple Leafs management team's mind. We love what he's doing on the ice. What's he going to cost us as soon as next year?